Ubizo Lungibize engalweni Ngiyokhalela bani nayi iphimbo lami liphindaphinde entabeni Ngithi inyawo zami ngibeleze kulomhlaba nemsindo Ngifunana noxolo engalweni
Sawubona to you, sawubona to yours, from one great spirit to another. Igama lami uThulane Malevu. Welcome to Ubizo Daily. Today we move from memory to impact, because being remembered is one thing, but what truly matters is this. What changed because you were here? It's a song by Beyonce. I wanna live, go something like this. I wanna leave my footprints on the sands of time. Now there was something that I left behind, and something along those lines, yeah. But she talks about being here and having made an impact. If you've never heard it, just go search it out. Probably it's gonna do something to you as it did something to me. What truly matters is what changed because you were here. Not what you accumulated, not what you built for yourself, but what became stronger in others because of your presence. Let's speak about the illusion of personal success. Many people measure their lives by personal success, achievements, possessions, recognition, milestones reached. But these are incomplete measures, I feel, because a life can be full of achievement and still leave very little that lifts others. Impact is measured in others. Let's speak about that. True impact is not self-contained. It moves outward. It shows itself in people. It's how they think, how they grow, how they carry themselves because of something they experienced through you. Guidance, support, correction, example, presence. And the question becomes, who is different today because you existed in their life? Let's talk about the unseen influence. Not all impact is visible. It is not always acknowledged, not always celebrated. Sometimes it is quiet. A conversation that shifted someone's direction completely. A standard you held that influenced behavior. A moment of integrity that stayed with someone. You may never see the full effect, but that does not mean it is not real. Because influence travels, even when it is not tracked. Let's talk about the responsibility of influence. Whether you realize it or not, you influence people through your words, through your actions, through your consistency or your inconsistency. And that influence has weight because people observe, they absorb, they learn, sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. So the question is not, am I influencing? The question is, what am I reinforcing in others? Just before you close, let's speak about strength as the measure. The highest form of impact is not dependency, it is strength. People becoming more capable, more disciplined, more aware, more grounded, not because they rely on you, but because they learned something that made them stand stronger. They learned it. Because true influence does not create followers. It creates individuals who can carry themselves forward. I had a thought to myself today, and I'm having it again right now as we are recording this, which is Ubizo Daily. Ideally for me, the vision is that it comes in 3 formats, which is the audio, which is this format. Think of radio, that's what it is. The second format being a live stream of sort, which we've done with the TikTok lives, and the numbers were fantastic. And the other format being just visual, video, right, of the live stream and then being broadcasted in various platforms and social networks. That's the vision. The audio has been going on for more than a year, for more than 2 years, I believe. The live stream we did for 3 months, and then I put it to a pause because at the core of what we've just shared now, which is about true influence, not creating followers, but individuals who can carry themselves forward. I sort of got it to be, it's one of the other decisions that I made with the pause, which was it seemed as though, yes, it was helpful to people, but at some point it felt as though that there was a dependency instead of a true learning, an innate true learning. And I was like, I don't want this to continue this way where people feel like they can't go on if they don't see or hear from Ubizo daily, the live stream on TikTok. I made the decision. I said, okay, among the many other decisions influencing the decision, I said, let's pause for now. Because truly for me, the intention is not to create followers, but to create individuals, to create with individuals who can carry themselves forward. I hope I'm making sense. And just before we close, let's talk about living an auditable life. To live consciously is to live in a way that can be examined, not perfectly, but honestly. To ask yourself, am I leaving people better than I found them? Am I contributing to growth, their growth, or am I adding confusion? Am I strengthening what I touch or weakening it? Because one day your life will be audited, not by numbers, but by impact. And I'm very intentional about this in terms of how I move. So today, sit with this question deeply. Who is stronger because you existed? Because legacy is not what you leave behind for yourself. It is what continues to live and grow in others. And when your life strengthens people, your presence does not end when you are gone. It continues through those that you have touched and shaped. Until next time, okuhle, umusa, kanye nokukhanya ekuhambeni kwakho. Light, mercy, and blessings on your path. Ubizo Daily, the call continues.